Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you guys today?
Alan, what's happening?
So many things are happening and nothing all at the same time.
Welcome to my world.
Right?
Welcome to my mind.
Right?
So much, but
Exactly.
yet so little.
So
How does
little.
that even? How does that even happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Too much coming at us all at the same time from everywhere.
Well, first and foremost, where on this fine planet are we speaking to you today?
I am in Tucson, Arizona, actually a little south of Tucson, Arizona. So, yeah, where it is boiling hot. And yeah, it's already 8:30 in the morning and too hot to step outside. The dog won't even go outside.
No way. Keep those shades closed. So let's talk about smart recruiters for folks out there. Tell us who and what smart recruiters is all about.
Yeah, so Smart Recruiters, hopefully everybody knows what Smart Recruiters is all about. Smart
Heck yeah.
Recruiters, yeah, right. Smart
Who
Recruiters
doesn't?
is a TA platform, right? Focused on everything from the attraction part of bringing candidates into the funnel through the application process and then kind of getting everybody set up and hired. So full end to end. Been around for a while, right?
I've used smart recruiters as a recruiter, different
Good.
companies. It's a great, fantastic platform, but more than ATS. What else do you guys do? Like, I mean, let's talk a little bit about the voice in the industry, thought leadership, innovation.
Yeah. So, listen, I think as a company, it's been important from the very beginning that we show up as the practitioner's place to have a conversation and to boost a dialogue. Right. So we started that early on with our hiring success work that Jerome kicked off. Actually, that's part of the reason why I came into the company. I actually started on the practitioner side, was at Intel for years, and came over just to work on the consulting and thought leadership side of the business. Um, and that's been a big focus and a space for us.
Hmm.
And I think we've been evolving that. We've been evolving the conversation, and evolving the dialogue. I think we're moving past just talking about kind of how to be really efficient and to drive great hires into starting to talk about what's the next thing, right? What's happening?
What's
What
what's the hottest topic right now that you're seeing for 2024 with recruiters?
okay, if anybody's not aware, there's this AI thing going on out there. People are talking about it.
What?
Yeah. Oh my god, what happened? Yeah, there's an AI thing out there. I think it's a hot topic, and I think it's particularly hot in the talent acquisition space because one, it has a big impact on how we start to understand the roles, how people, what the work looks like. I mean, I was listening to your conversation about resumes a little bit earlier, and I can go off on that for like a
Please.
million years. But I think it is a good reflection of the fact that we have all these things going on from a process and execution perspective that are just in huge upheaval. And AI promises, don't know if it's going to deliver yet, right? But it promises to help us solve some things that we haven't been able to solve in the past. But it's happening at the same time
Hmm.
that the world of work is changing so dramatically that I don't know if the things we were wanted to solve are the same things that we need to solve going
Hmm.
forward. So yeah, that's so. How's that for like a web of different things we all need to have talk about this going on?
Well,
What's happening in the world, and how do we use technology to solve it?
well, let's talk about what we were talking about before with the influx of resumes too, from a tech perspective. There too, what are some of the innovations that smart recruiters, from a platform perspective, have done to utilize AI? And we're not saying AI is rejecting candidates, aside from knockout questions, but what's some of that cool tech that you guys have built out?
Yeah, so we've been really focused on how we leverage AI on two sides of the fence. One, how you use it to attract the right candidate. So, how are we helping recruiters and hiring managers and businesses leverage the tool to be able to create job ads, as Serge was saying, that are relevant and make sense and people can connect to? So, we're starting to apply some AI in that to help support that function. But then we've been playing in the selection space with machine learning for a while. I think we're evolving that as we go and figuring out new spaces where we can leverage that from a selection perspective. Again, you're right; it's not selecting anybody, but it's providing some sort of guide and aid. We find a lot of the people that are using our platforms. We talk a lot about it as recruiters, right? We say, hey, this is how I need to use this tool as a recruiter in this space. But we forget there's a whole population of people out there who are using these platforms who are not recruiters. They are franchisee
Mhm.
owners, they are retail establishment managers, they are trying to fulfill some sort of recruiting hire people to the role. They don't have a recruiter supporting them. So we look at how we can give them decision making, right? That's their biggest flaw, which is
Yeah.
they make the wrong decision.
It's a
So
great point because my family business, which I've mentioned once before on this show, is RPM Raceway. It's indoor go karting and entertainment, and yeah, we should definitely do and go.
Doing an
But
offsite.
besides that, I was in charge of recruiting one summer as an intern, and
Always
I
leave it to interns to recruit. Always.
That and social media.
make your children interns. That way, it's
Yeah.
not. It's oh wow. There's some drilling going on
Right.
above me. But anyways, I say that to say it was my first time doing anything recruiting and having some sort of guide to walk me through like what should I be looking for, what are the unconscious biases that I might be harboring. All right, I'm gonna go.
Can we just mute her?
yeah,
Mute.
yeah, we make all those, we make all those sorts
Hold
of
up
stuff,
signs.
right? Throw, stop. Oh my God.
Girl with sign.
No.
So I want to talk about the global report showing you the big picture of HR and tech. What's this all about, and what should we be looking for?
Yeah. So this is maybe a little pet project of mine that I get to like circumvent and use smart recruiters to use. I know I'm always doing that on the side, right? I think that, listen, too often we are insulated and insular in talking about things that are going to impact us from a TA perspective, right? We think about it like TA. And then if we're really maybe a little expansive, we may say, oh, well, let's think about it from the larger HR envelope, right? And we kind of put that lens on it. I'm really interested to start having a conversation with everybody about what's happening in the world and how that impacts what we're doing when we start to connect people to jobs. Right. There's the socio-political stuff. There is stuff that's happening just in how we think about work and consumerism, and all of those components are interconnected together. So I'm hoping we get an opportunity to spark some maybe controversial conversations together, which I'm not at all afraid to have, which is,
And
I love that.
And where could folks find this report? Is it ready for download?
not yet. It's coming.
Ooh, when is it coming?
It's coming. We are in the process of building out. So it's going to be part of what we're doing this fall. We're going out big this fall. We're starting with our hiring success conferences in Amsterdam. We'll be at HR Tech. Then we'll be in Melbourne. Then we'll be at Unleash. So part of that whole framework that happens in the beginning of September, taking us all the way through the end of October, we'll have some of this data starting to come out and seed into the conversation.
That is exciting. How are you guys planning on looping in other thought leaders in the industry to help disseminate and spread the word?
Well, I can't tell you that. No, I can't.
Oh,
Well, it's some alpha, Allyn.
Well, listen. We have a group of people. One of the things that's been really helpful for us as a company, but also helpful for myself and others that work in the space, is that we've got a pretty good group of friends that we connect with and that we talk with on a daily basis, right? So some of that is connecting with people like yourself and getting out there and starting to have broader conversations. Some of that is looping them in and bringing them into supporting our customers and pushing some additional dialogue. For example, James Ellis is doing some great work with our customers right now.
James Ellis in the house.
shout out James Ellis.
Love James. I've been James and I have been circling each other for years. Great fans. So done that. We've got great conversations. We've been talking to Serge and Shelly.
The weatherman.
All of
You
them.
talking
right?
to the weatherman?
I talk to Serge
He
all.
only knows about weather. You're
Well, it's not the
limiting his
forecast.
skill set is kind of closed. It's just about weather.
It's just weather. So,
Oh.
but, I like to talk about weather because I live in the hot sun. I like to know if there's going to be anything cool happening someplace else.
Oh, we love it. That's fantastic. I'm a huge fan of Smart Recruiters. I had Jerome was one of my earlier guests on the podcast, and talking about his journey and the origin of Smart Recruiters and what makes it. So, in your opinion, there's a lot of ATS platforms out there. Why choose Smart Recruiters?
Ooh, well, I'm going to cede a little.
It's a hot
thought.
seat.
It's
You're not getting off easy. You're not getting off easy.
No, it's okay. I don't want to get off easy. I run a little bit of a risk here because I want to tell you, here's what I want to say, but we're friends. Nobody's going to say this outside of us, right?
No one's listening.
What I want to say is you want to choose Smart Recruiters because Smart Recruiters understands that the ATS is not the end all be all, that perhaps as we move forward, there's another evolution coming. and you want to be a part of that conversation as we get there.
Is it
That's
neural
what
implants? Is it neural implant tracking systems?
it could be. It could be, right? Well, we could be looking at that. We can be looking at a lot of things in that space. But I think you want to be with a company that one understands practitioners, right? Understands what it is to recruit and what we're actually trying to accomplish, right? And then you also want to be with a company that's not afraid to ask questions like, are the way we've done it before the way we need to do it going forward? And if not,
Love that.
what?
Then what?
Huge,
That's
huge.
huge. Well,
Yeah.
Allyn, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Where could folks learn more? Where they connect?
Well, they can connect obviously at smartrecruiters.com, but they can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm out and about. Allyn Bailey.
Yeah, you put a ton of great content out, so like, definitely you gotta
Yeah.
connect.
I'm a loudmouth. I'm out there.
Do it. We need more. We need more loudmouths to just keep Joel quiet. That's what we need.
Thank
So
The
you.
employable kind.
I didn't say I was employable.
Nah, only a few of us are.
Join
Well,
the crew.
Allyn, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Keep up the great work at Smart Recruiters. Everyone, check out Smart Recruiters and connect with Allyn Bailey on
Awesome.
LinkedIn. Thank you. Have a great day and stay cool out there in Arizona.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.